Hello everyone, it's your friend again, Uncle Mike. Yes, today I'm going to make it very so brief. Today's video is going to be benefiting those people who are seeking for full scholarship that will cover their tuition fees, their hostel fees, and also get stipend. I'm talking about stipend that worth more than a lot of country minimum wages. So just stay with me on this video. I'm going to not to take anyone time, but it's going to be focusing only about master degree and PhD applicants. So I'm going to be focusing on the Suzhou University Presidential Scholarship and also the CSC Scholarship as well. The the Presidential Scholarship is for the PhD applicant. This university have cover a lot of discipline, talk about nursing, medicine, business, every field you may be interested in, or you are dead in your master level or maybe at your bachelor level, you can find a suitable course related to your program or to your field of interest. So let's quickly talk about this. What are the things you need to know about this university? This university is a very high ranking university in China, even in the world. You can check the ranking on the website. You can also check it on Google as well. I'm going to provide the university name on this screen here so you can see what I'm talking about. And also I'm going to provide you a link about this university in this video on the screen. I'm also going to provide it in the comment section so you can able to copy it out. I'm going to give a lot of link, the link that go to the university website, the link that go to the website application page, the link that go to the information page to the scholarship, the link that go to the downloading of the medical report, the link that go to the professor page where if you need to contact the professor in advance or you want to read about their field of research area so you can know what to talk about when you are writing your research proposal. I'm going to provide all this link in this comment section. So I'm going to make everything more quicker for you. I'm not going to talk much on this video, but you can get all these details I'm talking about on the comment section, copy it out, read through it. This website is a friendly website. You can get all this information I'm talking about immediately. But in this video, let me just talk about quick things that you need to know. The eligibility, the most important is you need to know about eligibility. For masters, age between 18 to 35. For PhD, age between 18 to 40 years. Note that if you are below this age, you can apply. If you are below 18, you can't apply. For master, if you are above 35, don't apply. For PhD, if you are above 40, don't apply. I mean, master, if you are above 35, don't apply. Yeah, you got that right. Quickly, talk about the document required. Application. Application is online. For PhD applicant, you will need two applications. Yes, you will apply online and you need to download a form for presidential scholarship. This form, you need to fill it. You can fill it in Microsoft. You can also, I will advise you, make sure you fill it on computer. Don't print it out and use pen to fill it. Don't print it out and use pen to fill it. Fill it either by converting it to PDF first and fill it as in a PDF format, or fill it on the same Microsoft Office there and then save it by converting it to PDF. Find your way around this, but don't fill it with pen, because when you fill it with pen, trust me, your application won't be accepted. And also you need CV and your passport data page. Your passport data page need to be, I'm talking of international passport, not photo passport side. And your CV need to be updated from your high school level. You know what I'm talking about when I'm talking about CV. I'm talking about curriculum vitae. So you need also your certificate and your transcript. If you're applying for PhD, you need your certificate for bachelor degree and transcript. You also need for your master degree and need the transcript as well. These two documents, they need to be notarized by notary office or either by Ministry of Foreign Affairs, or you can photocopy it and certify it by the courts. Just, I'm sure you understand this. You can know how to go through this, and you can see all the same information from the link I'm going to put on the comment section as well. The most important thing that get people turn down of the application is their research proposal. Research proposal is very, 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 very important things that you need to take note of. Yeah, you can, if you don't have idea on how you can do this, you can Google search it. Google is, is everybody friend. Google search it. You can look for sample. It will help you a lot, because and I don't believe as a PhD applicant by now you shouldn't understand what it means by research proposal when you're applying for PhD. You should know that by now. But if you still don't have idea, please simply Google search it and have a sample of it. You need to talk about the area you are interested in. And before you write your research proposal, that's why I'm going to put the link that will lead to the professor's pages. Please and please, the area you are interested to study, go through, read about the professors, the list of professors doing the same area, like who is in the same department that you want to apply for. Look at their research area, their research field. Let what you want to talk about, the area you want to research on, let it either be the same with one of those professors or be related to at least some of those professors. There's two things. If your research area is not related to any of the professor in that department you are applying for, nobody will take you because nobody will supervise you. But your research area need either to be the same with them or related with them. Even you can even make yourself open to more research field in case you can talk about, after you have talked about your research area, you can also let the application be open, your research area be open, like you are interested in also with any professor is willing, who is doing this major, who is researching on this, who is researching of that. You can also research on that if such a professor is willing. And also another thing, let me look quickly, it's a tips. It's not required, it's not mandatory, it's required, but it's not mandatory. You can easily contact some of these professors in advance. Just go through, you will see their email on the link I'm going to provide. Email them your proposal after you have read through their publication, their paper they have published, and there is things they are still working on, the research area, the project they are still working on, the field they are still researching on. After you have read through, you have developed interest in such a research area, talked about it, write your research proposal, email the professor, you will find the email on this page I'm going to provide. Email them, discuss with them. The body of your email, make it short, very brief. Talk about like why you are interested in the field, and also ask them to read through your proposal, your research proposal, which you are going to type it in Microsoft, convert it to PDF, just to keep the format and the size of what you have typed in the Microsoft not to be changed, because the version you are using to type it may be different from the version that the professor may be using to open it. So if you are sending it to Microsoft, but if you don't have any means of doing that, you can still leave it in the Microsoft Office and send it just that way. They will still open it as well. But don't print and scan. Don't print and scan after you type. Okay? Send it to them, and also your CV. That is the two things you need to send to the professor in case if you want to approach the professor in advance to get acceptance letter from them. Two things, CV and research proposal, and it should be related to the professor research area. Don't just start copying and be pasting all the professor, just type one thing and start it. No, you can write three different proposals in different research area. Look for three in the same department. Make sure they're in the department you're applying for as well. So you can send it to different, maybe three the professor. That's okay. But more than three professors, you're just wasting your time. If three of these professors is not really interested in anything you have right, trust me, other professors are not interested. So don't just waste your time, and don't spam their email by continue sending. When you send it, that they reply or not, trust me, they receive your email, unless if they are not interested in your area of study. Okay. Um, so either this you can do it, or you may also include that when you apply online, the school academic department will send your application to any related professor who's in that field that you're applying for, and they will decide. But sometimes to make your application more highly prioritized, to get yourself 90% assurance that you are getting admission, you can approach those professors in advance. When you approach them, if they read through your proposal and they like it, they will provide you an acceptance letter. And the acceptance letter, you need to include it in your application online. So don't submit before you approach them. If you have submit, then you can still approach them. And if you get it later, you will need to email it to the admission office, and you can find all these email details on the website. I'm also going to provide in the comment section as well. So let's go quickly, because I don't want to make this video. I want it to be very, very short so everyone can watch it finish. Recommendation letter. These are also another thing you need to take note of. Recommendation letter. A lot of people get a lot of mistake on this. They get the recommendation letter, but they didn't get reply about their admission. As a PhD applicant, if your recommendation letter is not from professor or associate professor, you can get admitted. You should know that. This is another thing. And in your recommendation letter, And the title of the person who recommended you is not stated at the bottom of the letter. The phone number is not being stated. The email of the professor is not stated. There's no means of contacting them. Trust me, 90% of this admission office, they don't contact those professors. But if it's not there, they believe you whatever you are providing is not authentic. But when you provide those email, and those emails shouldn't just be at Yahoo. For example, if you study at a university, of there, such a professor should have an official email which end with the university, like domain address. For example, if you're in China, like this Suzhou University I'm talking about, no, this Suzhou University, the email should be like blah 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 at zzu.edu.cn. You see what I'm saying? So their email shouldn't just be at Yahoo and at Gmail. Ask them to please provide their official email for the on their recommendation letter, and also they should recommend you for the major you are applying for. So make sure the recommendation letter for both, if you are applying for masters, the recommendation letter should be from your university where you obtain your bachelor degree. If you are applying for PhD, the recommendation letter should be from your university where you obtain your master degree. Don't get it from your working place, unless if you are getting one and the person you are getting it from has a title of not less than professor, at least associate professor. But for if you are applying for masters, if you are still getting it from maybe a doctor, like someone who have a title of doctor, is still okay. But for PhD, please, it should be from professor. You also see this also on the website I'm going to provide. English proficiency as well. If you are from a French-speaking country, please and please write an official English proficiency exam like IELTS, Duolingo, or TOEFL, yeah, or TOEFL, yeah. Yeah, these are the 10 the recommended one I will advise you. But if you're from English speaking country, or maybe English was the mode of study from your high school, in a country like West Africa, like English is the medium of study at from high school to the university level, you just need a proof letter from your university that shows that English was the mode of study in this university, and you have been passed through all the courses, necessary courses. So the English requirement proficiency should be waived for you for this reason. Just this letter should just be simple. Don't get it from individual, don't get it from professor, get it from the academic department for this kind of this letter. Also, medical reports. Medical examination report. A lot of people get this thing wrong. They start uploading the medical report, maybe just from any hospital medical report like test, blood test, or whatever test. No, this country, China, they have a very special medical form that you need to print. You download it, you print it out, you take it to the hospital. It needs to be completed by the physician. It has a lot of questions, not everything about tests. There's some questions and also some tests need to also be done. And after being done, the doctor will fill this and stamp it, you know. And also on your passport, on the two side, it need to be stamped. On the passport side, when you put your photo passport, half stamp on the paper, half stamp on your photo passport. And the second page, the stamp area and the signature is also needed. Take note of this. Take note of this. Very, very so important. If you don't have access on this link, I'm going to also provide. You should find a way to. You will see the form where to download the medical physical examination. And still, if you don't get that, you can comment on this video. I will get you this medical report sent to you. And also the no criminal report. No criminal report. It can be obtained from the police headquarters of your country or whatever department that provide no criminal certificate in your country. Get it done. The other one I've talked about, if you have published paper during your master or maybe during your bachelor degree, please and please add this. It's an advantage. Add this to your application as well. It's also important. If you have not, that's okay. But as a master student, you have at least maybe publish a paper, or maybe it's not mandatory anyway. It's optional. Okay, for that's that. But for PhD, they are the one only eligible to apply for this presidential scholarship. This cover tuition fees, it cover hostel fees, and you get 3,500 RMB monthly allowance, which is equivalent to more than $500 if I'm correct based on the current exchange rate. Okay, for masters, you need to apply for CSC. And for the PhD, the application is open for March intake 2024 and also for 2024 September intake. These are the two intake that you can apply for. When you do application now, you are doing application for the March intake. Or if you can complete your application by the end of deadline for March, your application will be moved to the September intake. So don't worry, don't rush yourself. Take your time, do everything in appropriate way, and make sure you don't rush. Like I said, don't rush yourself. That research proposal is very, very important. For PhD, make it within 1000 word to 1005. 1000 word to 1005, very important. For masters, within 800 words to 1002. These are the things that you need to know. Why a lot of applications being enrolled, not like they don't see your application, but they are not interested in it because they have enough students who make the application right. Okay, so get everything right. And for PhD, for people, for masters who are applying for the CSC, you have to apply on two websites, the Chinese government website and the university website. And on the Chinese government website, you will need the university agency number. I will provide the link for you to get the university agency number on this comment section as well. I'm not going to provide the agency number for you now, but the link that you will get it from, I'm going to provide you on this comment section. Take note, before you submit the application on the university website as a master applicant applying for CSC, you need to firstly submit the CSC application on the Chinese government website. So when you print the application out, you don't need to sign it, just print it, just download it. When you after you submit, download it, and you will have to attach it on the online application you're applying for the Jinju University web on their own application website. If you have any question about this, like I said, other details maybe I already talked about that I know that you need to know, I'm going to provide it on the screen like I'm talking on this video. You'll be seeing other things I'm going to be showing, like the document requirements, a lot of things. The link, I'm going to provide it on the screen, but not all the link because a lot of things have a lot of attached, like slash scholarship slash. No, if it's too long, I'm only going to provide such a link on the comment section. But this link or about link, university link, I'm going to provide it on the screen. And there's application link, I'm going to provide it on the screen. There's those short link, but any long link on the comment section. So make sure you check the comment section. Like I said, I'm not going to make this video too long. That's all for now. But if you still find all this information complicated that you can't do it by yourself, you want to use our agency to help you to do that. On the screen, you also see a way to contact us. You can see there, I would prefer you contact us by email. In a lot of countries, we have some sub-agents. Our agent there may contact you. And if not, we'll contact you directly from the head office. But please contact us by email. It's much preferable. And also, we have an application website where you can apply directly. We have also some programs still running for March intake 2024. I will also provide our website link and this video link. So quickly, you can go through that, do your application. We access it and we'll get to you either by email or by WhatsApp. Thank you for watching. See you in my next video. Till then, bye-bye.